Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. It's been so long since I did a DIY video, so I thought it's high time I got started on one. So this is going to be a super simple and fun project to do, and it's going to kind of replace the concept of a wall mural, which is not really renter friendly because you'll have to paint on the walls, or a setup that involves wall decals. Now decal stickers are super renter friendly and I've used them several times in the past. But if you'd like to do it yourself, then this is quite an easy way to do it. Also, the materials that you require for this project are super simple, so you don't have to go hunting for them. You can involve your kids this summer holidays or other family members, as it's a very fun project, and do up any part of your house as long as it's indoors. You'll have to avoid outdoors as this product is not something you can expose to the elements, but besides that, it's really easy to do, and I'm going to show you two designs, so let's get started. The materials you will need for this DIY project are chart paper. This you'll get at any stationery shop. The other paper that is optional, but if you can get it, it will add some amount of color and design, is printed art paper, craft paper or journal paper as they are referred to. Even gift wrapping paper can be used if you find some good prints on them. Now besides these two papers, you will need a pair of scissors and masking tape or sellotape depending on the surface that you're going to be working with. So the first wall mural with paper that we're going to create is nature inspired. So it's just going to be some simple tree branches along with a little bit of leaves there and here, and of course a few birds. So this is a very common wall decal sticker also, but it's extremely simple to make in terms of the shapes that are involved are easy to draw and cut. You don't need any expert help. The only design element here with which you'll need some help are the birds, and I have an effective solution for that, so watch the video and you'll find out how. Now I'm working with a red stone wall, so I'll be choosing contrasting colors, and that's why I'll be working with white and cream predominantly. The first thing I'm going to be doing now is cutting up the branches. I'm not going to go for very straight lines. I'm going to keep it casual and fluid, but my branches will hopefully have a broader base and then taper off as they go towards the outer edge. Also, I'll have one branch spanning the entire breadth of the wall and few other smaller branches to have a more natural look. Now that I have all my branches drawn out and cut out, I'm going to put them up on the wall with the help of masking tape. If you have a surface that won't get damaged, then you can even use sellotape. After I place the branches in the desired sequence on the wall, I'm going to further decorate this setup with leaves. Now for leaves, I'm going to be cutting it from the printed craft paper that we spoke of at the beginning of the video, because this is going to add a nicer design aspect. It's almost like a patchwork design, which is something that I'm really curious to see how it turns out. So let's get into it. The leaves once again don't have a uniform shape. They have a basic shape, but each leaf is different, slight variations in terms of how broad or how big they are. So that's fine because that's how it is in nature. Now that I've got all my leaves ready, again I'm just going to be putting masking tape on the back of these individual leaves and putting them up around the branches in a scattered fashion so that it looks nice. With the branches and leaves done, there's only one element left in this setup, and that is the bird. Now I'm going to go for a cluster of birds, some sitting on the branches, a couple maybe flying. And for this, either you'll need to be really comfortable with drawing birds, or the more easy way is to actually go online and look for free bird vectors. Now these are files that you'll find in the image section on a Google search, and you can download these files. Once you download them, just take them into Canva. Canva is a great tool for people like me who love doing DIYs and design. Take it into Canva, open an A4 document, and then you can resize the birds as you want. If you don't do this and you just download your vector files and take it for a printout, it may be too small to work with. So that's something you'll need to keep in mind. So resize it in an A4 document and then get printouts. So once you get printouts, they will look like this, and the quality of the printout really doesn't matter unless you're going to directly use it up on the wall. In my case here, I'm just going to use it as a template to now cut out the same shape from my printed craft paper. So I'm going to cut out these individual birds, and then using this as a form on the printed craft paper, I'm going to cut that out again in the same shape. So I'll have my patchwork design both for the leaves as well as for the birds. And with that, we've completed the first look, which is nature inspired. As you can see, we have this beautiful tree branch with patchwork leaves and bird elements. You can customize this as per your liking and do whatever you want. You can add flowers to this, and it's all so easy to do because you'll be mostly working with very basic shapes. Now for the second design, we're going to be looking at having a white wall as the backdrop and creating the design with contrasting black chart paper. For this, again, I have chosen a simple design because the shapes that one works with has to be extremely simple, and that way you get really good professional looking outcomes. So for this one, we're going to be creating a cluster pendant lamp sort of setup using basic geometric shapes. So it's going to be really easy for you to draw and cut out. And then we will add few other design elements with the printed art paper and see how it looks. So for this design, once again, you can look online and check up images of either existing wall decals that have this design theme, that is pendant lamps, or you can look at real pendant lamps and get inspired by the designs available there. You just need to do a silhouette. So those are solid shapes here, and those would be either a semicircle or maybe a hexagon. So you'll just have to draw it out and cut the shape along with the wire. So cut the shape along with the bit that goes right up to the ceiling. That will make things easier. And you can have some long and some short, so visually it has a nicer look and feel. Now I have this black chart paper, and I'm going to draw out a couple of lamps along the width as well as a couple of them along the length, so that I have variation in the length of these pendant lamp cutouts that we're going to create. So I'm just placing this chart on a flat surface, and using a pencil and ruler, I'm just going to create a basic shape design, that is the pendant lamp's main element and then the wire element. After that, I'm just going to cut it up, and once it's cut out all the different lamps, I'm going to be doing 5 different lamps. So once they're all cut out, I can then just put it up on the wall using either masking tape or cello tape. With the cluster pendant lamp setup complete, we've created 2 designs that mimic a wall mural or wall decal setup using just chart paper and a little bit of masking tape or cello tape. So as you can see, this is a super simple project, but with a pretty great outcome. It's renter friendly, it's easy in terms of execution, very basic materials, and very budget friendly. So I hope you definitely give it a try to spruce up things at your home this summer holidays. In fact, to encourage you guys, I've decided to open up a contest for everyone in India. You can try this at home either with your kids or other family members and submit your entries in the form of photographs either on my Instagram page or by emailing it to me, and 3 lucky winners will stand a chance to win something exciting from our side. So please do take part and please do tag me if you create this and share it on your own personal handles as well. Now, as you can see in this particular setup, if you've noticed, I've done it outdoors, and that's because we are currently staying at an Airbnb with limited walls that I can work on in the indoor space. So I did it outdoors, and also this outdoor wall provided a great contrast with it being red brick, and I could work with white chart paper. So I wanted to show it to you, but you will have to stick to the indoor space because chart paper can easily get wet and destroyed if it's in the outdoor space. Besides that, there's nothing really to keep in mind. You can go crazy, do whatever you fancy, and you can look up online for inspiration for various forms of designs, make it more intricate and add more elements to it. In fact, you can even go for a multimedia approach and, you know, do some where you do this and you can paint as well if it's your own place. So I hope you give it a try. Also, hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.